Hi, it's Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology, here to give the astrological forecast for Saturday, September 20th, 2025. Well, this is likely to be one of the stranger days we've seen lately, and we've seen a lot of strange days lately. Strange days have found us, as Jim Morrison might say. The sun today is at 27, moving to 28 degrees of practical and hyper-organized, sometimes very critical, but generally service-oriented Earth sign Virgo. And the moon is also moving through the mid-degrees of Virgo, and that means that it is the dark of the moon today. Dark of the moon is a time of darkness, of kind of mystical completion of things. It's a time to go inside of yourself, to get in touch with your soul, rather than focus on the outside world. And it has a reputation for being very metaphysical. Many things can be accomplished under the dark of the moon in terms of spiritual attunement, and sometimes dark of the moon can lead to darkness itself, and we have some very strange aspects today. For example, Venus, which you recall has just entered yesterday into Virgo, today is at 1 degree of Virgo in an exact hard 90-degree square, a tension-filled angle to Uranus, the planet of upsets and sudden change and chaos, freedom from the known, as Krishnamurti, the spiritual teacher, once said. Well, Venus square Uranus is an anything can happen time for Venusian issues, which are what? Love, personal values, money. Anything can be upset today or have strange openings that happen all of a sudden. That occurs at 8:42 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 11:42 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 4:42 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. Almost immediately after that, the moon makes an awkward inconjunct with 150-degree adapt, adjust, accommodate angle, still at 1 degree of Virgo, to Pluto, the lord of concentrated power and transformation and potential darkness, at 1 degree of Aquarius. That occurs 10:59, let's call it 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 7 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And if all that weren't enough, it's a free-floating Virgo moon, often very neurotic and tension-filled, just on the eve of the big eclipse tomorrow for the rest of the day. Then, in the late evening, the moon does make its only very positive aspect of the day, when the moon at 21 degrees of Virgo in a harmonious 60-degree sextile to Jupiter, the planet of good fortune and expansion, at 21 degrees of Cancer. Well, that's very nice. We have at least a chance for a nice evening. 9:34 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 12:34 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 5:34 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. But in the evening, overnight, the sun at 28 degrees of Virgo by that point makes a direct opposition to Saturn, the planet of, let's say he's Mr. No. You know, you butt up against a brick wall when you're opposite Saturn. He's at 28 degrees of Pisces. That occurs 10:46 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 1:46 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, and 6:46 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. And tomorrow comes the big solar eclipse, which is also a very volatile period. So breathe. Good luck to us all today. It's an anything can happen sort of a day. Stay steady. I'm Ra, Rishi Kavi Raghudas from Star Presence Astrology. Now, if you would like to have a personal reading with me, you can book it on my website, starpresence.net. Remember, from the very moment that you're born, you've got star presence. Enjoy this day, or at least try to, no matter what.